Hi everyone, this is Clayton, and this is a Booze Barons unboxing video. A couple of things I want to let you know. This really isn't an unboxing video in the traditional sense. I already recorded that video and my phone decided not to save it. So this is kind of a re-unboxing video. As you can see, the unboxing already took place, unfortunately. But I do want to show you all the components here so you can get a look at those. This is our white copy, so this is kind of the final draft from our manufacturer before we hit the print button. But as such, it is not the final quality that you're going to see in the game. The card stock is a little bit different because we just want to make sure that all the components are there in the form that we want them. So any of those things will be updated in the final version also. Just wanted to give you a heads up if you notice any of that. One other thing I just want to mention in advance here is that there are a few dogs and children in the house with me here. So you might see or hear a little background activity. I apologize in advance if that does happen. So with that being said, let's get started here. I did actually empty out the box here so that the pieces wouldn't be falling around as I show it to you. So I'll let you get a good look at the front of the box here. Here's the sides. And there's the back of the box. Inside the box here, we also have the rule book, so there's a look at that. A few of the pages there. Just kind of a look at what some of that looks like for you. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the components here. First of all, we have the booze deck. So these are the booze cards that will be dealt to each player to tell them which team they're on. These also are the booze types that our backers helped us to identify and name. So I just want to run through those real quick to give some credit to these great names that our backers came up with too. So we've got our Lucky Lightning, Time Bomb Tequila, Reach for the Sky Rye, Shakedown Champagne, Machine Gun Merlot, Big House Brandy, Shifty's Chardonnay, Back Alley Bourbon, Laying Low Lager, Dolled Up Blonde, Punching Bag Porter, and of course Good Hop, Bad Hop. So that's our booze deck. Next set of cards I'll show you here is the delivery deck. So the delivery deck is the set of cards that will be placed out at locations around the board, and these will score points for the players by making deliveries. So we've got the symbol here for each of the deliveries you can make. Along with it, down the center here, we've got the name of that booze. And up here in the corner is your symbol that tells you which location that delivery card will be placed at, where those deliveries are going to be available. Not going to run through all of these, there's quite a few of them in here, but this is our delivery deck. Next up, I will show you the bootlegger cards. So these are actually chipboard, and these will act as a reference card throughout the game. So this is going to show you and everyone else which bootlegger you're playing as. Then you're also going to have a reference. Every player, everything on this part of the card is the same. So this is your reference for each of the booze types. And here's your reference for the turn phases and what you can do on your turn. There's one of these for each of the bootleggers in the game. Along with those, when you start the game, you will take your bootlegger pawn, and these are simply the pawns that you will place at the locations on the table to show what location you're currently at. And the other thing that you will take when you start the game is your bootlegger's movement deck. These are the cards that you will steal from other players if you're able to successfully snitch on them And as you can see, each of these cards is worth 2 points, so when you do that, you'll be stealing 2 points from that player. On the other side of these cards are the locations. So this is the deck that you will use to select secretly which location you're going to go to on the next turn. Then you'll reveal this, and you will match that up with the symbol on your location to move your pawn to that location. Next up, we've got the location cards. Each has an A side and a B side, each with a different event down here at the bottom. So once you've played a few times, if you want to mix things up a little bit, you can flip it over. It'll have a different event down here at the bottom, so you can change things up. Here are each of the 6 locations. I'll let you get a look at each of those. Then we have our snitch cards. These also are chipboard, and I apologize, I should mention also that the locations are chipboard too. So your snitch cards are chipboard as well, and these will award an extra point to the players who can most quickly snitch on their opponents. And finally, of course, the Booze Baron. This is the card that you'll pass around the table to simply keep track of whose turn it is and who gets to decide their action first and take their turn first for that round. And finally, I will let you see how everything goes back into the box here. And again, this is the white copy, so some of this sizing and spacing may change a little bit in the final copy. Here's our rule book. And there you have it. That's Booze Barons. Here's what it looks like, and I cannot wait to get this into the hands of our backers.